That would be interesting. I wonder if there's some way. I wonder. In today's video, I'll be doing an unboxing of a new product that I just purchased that I think is going to be a very valuable addition to my workshop. And as kind of hinted right there, it's going to be relating to edge banding, and it's going to be a mechanism that is similar to using a tape gun. It's made, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, it's made by a company by the name of Virutex. I purchased it directly from the company. They have a few products that relate to woodworking, cabinet making, trim carpentry, along those lines. Put this aside. It came with instruction manual, and as you can see, it's like a tape gun. Very similar to the concept of a tape gun. This is a European company. I forgot what country they're out of. Must be German or something. It's made in Spain, actually. It's a Spanish company. It's out of Spain. And I've been eyeing this product for a while, and I just recently pulled the trigger on the purchase. It's basically a 120 volt heat gun that produces 1400 watts. But the heat gun, make sure I'm doing this correctly, is attached to this bit of hardware that guides you along the edge of a board and allows you to apply edge banding in one go, and you can cut the edge banding. So basically it's a more convenient way of applying edge banding than, say, using a iron. They come in various configurations. This one that I got allows you to use roller edge banding, and it also allows you to use strips of edge banding up to a certain thickness. I'll leave the information on that. It appears to me that is well built. All the parts seems to be the major part, the business end of the jig. Seems to be out of cast aluminum, and then there's some stamped steel in there, and then there's some plastic in there. By the opening, you can tell it could fit a pretty wide board. I think it goes up to like 2 inches wide. In a minute, I'll go through the instructions. I think this goes here. I'll go through, or something like this. I'll go through the instruction and put the whole thing together. But for now, this is the unboxing. And so far, I'm impressed. So what I'll do is I'll read the instruction and then I'll come back and we'll do a test. Give you a little look at it. Just a look at it from above. On the side. I think this is the part of it that you use to cut the edge banding. And this is the handle that you hold it while you're passing it over the board. So I'll put it together, and next time you see me, we'll be doing a test. So as you can see here, the setup is very similar to that of the tape gun. That's what I like about this concept. It has a built-in guillotine. You'll see when I'll make the cut at the end to cut the edge banding and leaves a little excess, and then you'll see the various tools that I use to finish it. So it was a little finicky to set up. The instruction is not exactly the greatest, but after you get it set up, it works well. A little annoyance, I'm finding out that you can't fit a 250-foot roll on it, at least not the one that I purchased. It was sticking out past the capacity of the air clearance. It could spin, but it was sticking out the capacity of this holder, and it was becoming unmanageable, so I had to take off. So in the future, I will be buying smaller rolls, maybe 50-foot rolls for this machine. Another cool thing about this machine, at least the model that I got, they come in various models. The excess I took off, they don't go to waste. I can feed in manually. I could cut a strip to a particular length, and I could feed it in manually into this machine. So anyway, here we go. I'm gonna feed in the edge banding, and I'm gonna make it go a little bit past toward the edge so you can clear plywood, and I'm gonna bring it out a little bit. You can see I got it out a little bit like this. I put it at the start of the piece I'm gonna work on, and I use the high heat setting. So the high heat setting is all the way back. So I click it all the way back, hold it by the handle, click it all the way back, and then you pull. You get near the edge, cut, move. I use this FastCap roller. You can use a J roller, and make sure it's embedded well. Now, I got two tools in the kit. One is a guillotine for the edge, and it's okay. But I don't like the way it cuts. Personally, I don't care too much for the finish I leave. I prefer, I guess you could clean it up with this, but I prefer the FastCap flush cut. Let's shoot it with a FastCap. It's a little bit slower, but I prefer the edge that it leaves. I got good adhesion and I got a little lip on each side. On the edge trimmer, it has arrows that shows you which direction to cut in. And I start off by not trying to take the whole thing. I just lightly press it and I go with a first cut to take off the bulk of it. Maybe even a second cut, okay? And then for the final one is when I press down hard. That helps you to get the cleanest cut. Now, to clean up the edge so you don't have a sharp edge, I use the FastCap Fastbreak. And I give it a couple swipes. Nice. If you want to, you can knock off the edge with a sanding block. You know, these sanding devils, I tell you how much I like them. And there you go. Edgeband. If you're just doing edge banding every once in a while, I would not steer you in this direction. You're better off using an iron. But if you're doing a lot of edge banding, you're doing it as a business, I highly recommend that you get something like this, because using the iron and strip of edge banding is slow. Or even if you use a hardwood strip for your edge banding, a solid edge banding, that's also tedious because you have to clamp it up, or you may have to use pin nailers, and in a lot of situations you don't want pins because this is a showing edge. Even with a pin nailer, that could be a problem. So I think this is a great solution for anyone that does a lot of edge banding. Thank you for watching and have a good day. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to be notified when new content is dropped on this channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and drop a comment down below.